Hello everyone, I'm Akshay and welcome back to the United Talk. Hope you guys are doing well. Lots to get into. First of all, we're gonna have a little bit of press conference reaction because by far I think the press conference wasn't that great, but the two important things that we got that from the press conference was the first thing: the Bruno Fernandez is unavailable for Tottenham game, and that's really disappointing because for me he's the club captain. He's one of the most passionate players on the field, and he's what epitomizes what Manchester United should be. And missing that person from the squad is gonna be a big blow for us. And can you believe that this is the first time since 2015 that Bruno Fernandez has missed a game due to an injury? This is the first time this has happened. I mean, what a remarkable player he is, and many pundits and famous so-called experts were actually questioning his integrity, his passion towards Man United. I mean, look at that stat. Just look at that. And the rest of the players, the rest of the squad is fine, and Garnacho is back on the field. He's training, but he's still not ready for the games as right now. And well, he wasn't even a part of the Man United squad for most of the month, so I don't really think that's a big deal. But yeah, definitely Bruno Fernandes will be a big blow for us because God knows what happened last night with Arsenal Man City. Man City are actually winning the league, and now all we gotta do is stay in the top four, beat Tottenham. Then we have West Ham or Aston, I guess, I don't even remember which one. But anyways, both the two games, Sunday and this Tottenham game, is really important for us. We need to win, so that we need to make sure that our top four isn't going anywhere. Then 2nd of June we have the Manchester Derby in the FA Cup final. First Manchester Derby in the FA Cup final. That's pretty much a big thing, and maybe we will be, if Real Madrid does their job, and kind of like. My hopes are on Real Madrid actually, because Real Madrid can kick Man City's ass, and let's hope they do. And because of that, they won't be able to dream about treble, and then we can stop them for winning the second trophy of the season of that FA Cup. Let's just hope all that falls into pieces. And a very interesting news as far as the transfer rumors are concerned. Oh wait, sorry. One more thing that came out of the press conference was an amazing quote by Erik, and I really want to talk about that. I actually forgot. I'm really sorry. And it was as simple as that. He was asked about the mentality and the bouncing back of the Man United squad after defeats in the home away crowd. And he simply said that we are not actually looking that far winning the FA Cup, or we are thinking about the future. Right now we are simply focusing on winning one game at a time. And he was actually asked about that Tottenham Hotspur just lost to Newcastle. That was a very embarrassing game, although I loved it, but it was a very embarrassing result for them, and now they'll be looking to bounce back too. And he simply said, and that is what like really impressed me, that he simply said, no doubt they'll be very eager to it's their home crowd, and they really want to show something that they are actually fighting for the club, and they're fighting for the jersey and everything fine. But no matter, you don't think about your opponent. It's not his words, I'm just talking about the basic mentality. And he simply said, no opposition should be more, no matter opposition's hunger, Man United players' hunger should be more than what their rivals is. And somewhat it was like, you cannot be less hungrier than your rivals are. You need to be hungrier to win that game, eager to win that particular match in every single game. You can't just wait for a final, you can't just wait for a crucial match or a match against your rivals. You need to behave like that in every single game. And that is one of the best quotes from Erik. I actually didn't actually had that quote right now. I wish I would have, but The way he said that line, I was so impressed by that. I was so impressed by that. That this is a Man United manager who's actually talking about the hunger of Man United players, and he's actually stating this out loud that Man United players' hunger should always be more than the rivals, no matter who they are, whether it's Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Newcastle, Brentford, doesn't matter. Even if it's Birmingham City from Championship, doesn't matter. You need to be hungrier than your opponents on the field, and that is what you need in your Man United manager and your Man United players. And I'm really happy that he's thinking like that. I mean, this was the manager we all were rooting for, and I'm really happy that this is happening. But anyways, the press conference wasn't that interesting. There was just a couple of questions regarding the mentality and the fitness of the squad, and like I said, besides the long-term absentees, only Bruno Fernandez will be the one who's gonna miss this match, so there's no point in dwelling over that. And now, before we move on to the ownership thing, I really want to talk about one little transfer rumor that is actually floating around Man United, that Neymar has been offered to, is supposedly offered to Man United, because he's actually being deemed surplus at PSG, and they want to sign someone else. And that's quite understandable, because Neymar is an amazing talent. You can't deny that he's an amazing talent. But again, he could have done way more in his professional career if he could have just stayed at Barcelona. His leaving Barcelona for PSG was a very idiotic move, and he couldn't do anything in the Farmers League, especially when Mbappe was there. And there were always going to be comparisons with Mbappe and Neymar, and obviously Neymar is 31 now. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't know about you guys. I mean, if he's offered to me in free or in a very low amount, I'm gonna take him. But again, he's 31. He has never played in Premier League, and if many of the Man United fans were not happy about Man United signing Harry Kane, because he's 30 years old and he has never won anything, and he's sort of like an average goal scorer. I mean, he's one of the world's best, but still, for me, he's 30 years old, and I don't want him to sign for Man United. And if I'm sort of ignoring Harry Kane because he's 30 years old, he has played in the Premier League for his entire life, but he has never won anything. His mentality is lacking, and then he's gonna be a little bit obsessed about his position at the Man United in front of the attacking line. That's gonna be a little bit disappointing, because he's gonna act like, I'm Harry Kane, I'm the England's top scorer, I'm a Spurs top scorer, give me the first spot. And just like that, Neymar is gonna behave, because he's 31, but still he is from Barcelona. He's one of the best wingers as far as I'm concerned. I think he's one of the best wingers. And if you can remember, in the Brazil team in the World Cup, he wasn't that good. He was playing as a central attacking midfielder. He wasn't that good. He wasn't really good. And he's 31, and whenever his birthday comes, he's gonna have some injury, or his sister's birthday is gonna be there. He's gonna have some injury. So I really don't want him at the club. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't want anything related to Neymar. I don't want any single player who's actually reaching 30. I would prefer Victor Osimhen or McAllister from Brighton. Younger players who needs to step up, who wants to step up in their professional career, and they can actually fight for the jersey. They can actually fight for the club. I really want those kind of players. And McAllister, Victor Osimhen, or Højlund, these sort of players I'm actually really looking for. And enough about the transfer rumors. There's no such another transfer rumor as of Man United is concerned in the transfer market. But the ownership thing is very interesting right now, because let's talk about that for a second. As far as the Al Thani Group is concerned, the Qatar Sports Investment, they are concerned. They are pretty much confident about the takeover deal, because they think by the Friday, by tomorrow, they'll have their bid accepted, and that is somewhat a great news for Man United fans, because we want to be free from the clutches of Glazers. But But unfortunately, there's also another rumor that Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants Glazers to stay because this person, we all know that Sir Jim was borrowing money to buy Man United. He doesn't have his own personal wealth to buy Man United in totality, and now he was not removing the debt. He wasn't rebuilding the squad or the stadium, and now he wants Glazers to stay at the club with 20% stake in the majority. I mean, can you believe it? This man, who was actually considered as the hero of British sporting club, as he'll be the savior, he'll be the man who's gonna put Manchester in the Manchester United. Now he's that person who's actually kind of like begging Glazers to stay because he can't buy the whole Man United on his own, and that is why he's asking Glazers to stay with a 20% stake in the holding. And I really get pissed off by that idea, because for 17 years Glazers have been sort of tormenting us with they are not investing in the club. They are actually pulling out the dividends. They are actually eating us out. And now when we finally have a chance to get rid of Glazers, now Sir Jim wants them to stay. This is actually the biggest deal breaker for me, and as far as I'm concerned, I really want Sir Jim to just back off. If you don't have enough money, if you don't have enough money to rebuild the squad, you don't have money to rebuild the stadium, you don't even have money to buy Manchester United, just back off, man. Don't put us under the pressure thumb of Glazers again. These guys are bunch of lunatics, assholes, and as long as they are at the Manchester United helm, no matter what the percentage is, they're gonna be toxic. They're actually gonna be toxic. And every Man United fan who was actually protesting online or in front of the stadium or even inside the stadium, it's gonna continue. The toxicity around Glazers is such a big issue for Manchester United. It's actually humongous. You can't argue about that. Everyone wants Glazers out. It was actually, I don't think so any other any other footballing club is actually pissed off from their owners as much as we are. For 17 years, these guys are actually kind of killing us with their boredom, with their no sense of business style. They are not even interested in the club. They are not even passionate about the club. And now finally we have a chance that Al Thani Group, the Qatar Sports Investment, are actually interested in buying the totality of Man United and wants to rebuild the club. They want to rebuild the stadium. They want to invest in the squad. And now Sir Jim is actually interested in making Glazers stay for just 20% stake, just so he can have a slice of the pie. He wants to enjoy that fucking pie, and because of his enjoyment, we're gonna suffer at the hands of Glazers again. And what if they accept this? What if, because remember, Glazers are the one who's going to accept the bid, no matter it's Al Thani or Sir Jim. And what if Glazers find that, oh, this is interesting, this sounds interesting, we can get we can be 20% holding partners, we can be in the board of directors, and still we won't be liable about the losses or the debt or anything. Oh, we fancy that. Let us think about that. What if they accept this offer? And what if, because of this Sir Jim idiocy, we are then again facing that toxic face of those two assholes? And this is going to be really frustrating for us also, because remember, Friday was the deadline that whatever happens, it's going to be the open line day that Glazers will be out with the official news, or there will be some official news regarding the ownership of the club. And if this is floating today, and that worries me, that actually worries me. What if that's gonna happen? What if Glazers accept that? I'm really scared about that. I really hope that Al Thani's bid is accepted by Glazers. I really want Glazers to leave the club. I want my club free of Glazers. Let's just hope that happens, because as long as we are all in this, we are all celebrating it, we are all suffering from it, and we are all annoyed by this. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and tuning in and watching the show. I'm really glad that you guys are supporting the channel. Please share. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, smash the like button, and share it with your friends and all the fans of Manchester United. Anyways, Thank you guys. Take care. Bye bye.